Hey, thank you so much for clicking on this video and spending your time with me. Today, I'm going to talk about the isolation that comes with a high conflict divorce. I know how painful this is. I've lived it. I live it every day still. So I wanted to share my thoughts about that and some ideas and ways I've learned to navigate through that and make sure that you're not left completely alone. If you find this information helpful, please hit subscribe. Let YouTube know this channel is valuable so that it sends it out and more people can find it. It's free for you to do and it makes a big difference to the work I'm trying to do here. People who haven't lived through constant court battles or having to hand their kids off to an abusive parent, or people who haven't lived through watching their kid get turned against them by an alienating parent, they don't get it. They can't understand. They're not going to offer you any type of empathy, validation, or sympathy. You're going to get none of that from them. Maybe. So here's the workaround I've figured out. In the 6 years that I've been doing this, I've lost a lot of friends. I've lost a lot of acquaintances. I've lost a lot of family members. And it's all around this not being able to see what's happening and not offering me validation piece. So I figured out over the years that what I actually have to do when I share things with people, if they're not forthcoming with the validation and the empathy and the compassion that I'm looking for, I've learned to actually ask them for those things in a detailed way. An example, and this is just a small few examples, the list is endless here. You could go anywhere with it. But an example is, I share something, the other person goes, whoa, and that's it. Instead of like, whoa, that sounds really hard. What I'll do is I'll actually say, what would be really helpful for me is to get some validation from you. So it would be great to hear you say, oh my gosh, that sounds really hard. It's amazing you're getting through that. Is there anything I can do to help? Or, wow, I can't believe this is happening. It's hard for me to understand, but I can see how hurt you are by it. Or, whoa, this is way out of my scope, but I want to be there for you and support you. What can I say right now that's going to help you with that? Basically, what I've learned is that I have to offer a mini coaching session to almost everybody on how to respond to the things that happen in my high conflict divorce. And here's the thing, is that most people, even with that suggestion and that coaching and that like asking for what I need, they can't step up and give it to me. So either they're too blocked off from their own feelings, they're just not resourced enough, they're not interested, or they're threatened by the idea of delving into, a negative story like this or whatever. They can't step up. And then so here's the second piece to this. Hold your relationships in kind of like a graded way. So I've got my A-level relationships. These are the people that I trust no matter what. I know they'll be there for me through everything. There's B grade, C grade, D grade, E grade, F grade. And it's just a way of thinking in your own mind, how much am I going to trust this person? How much are they there for me? When I share things, how do they step up? And then depending on where they are on the grading scale, you decide on a moment-to-moment, case-by-case basis how much you want to share and how much you want to be expecting from them. So you are taking control of the situation and changing your expectations of this person and the relationship in order to keep yourself safe emotionally. I think years ago, I kind of was just thinking everybody was my friend and they'd be there for me. And then when they weren't, I was completely devastated. But utilizing this grading scale and keeping relationships in their compartments and deciding how much I want to share or how much I expect from each one has really saved me so much disappointment and so much hurt and so much heartache. The point of this video was to validate for you that it's really difficult to find people who can hear what's happening to you and actually take it in and know it and be empathetic with you. People who haven't lived this type of abuse don't understand it, and most of them aren't resourced or skilled enough to enter into these waters with you. So if you have relationships in your life that you really are hoping will be a source of support for you through this. One way you can overcome that lack of skill or lack of willingness or lack of resourcedness is to ask them for what you need. And if they show up, great. You've got a relationship you can rely on in that emotional way. If they don't show up, it doesn't mean you have to cut them off or never talk to them again. It just means you know for next time and moving forward that you're not going to bare your soul to these people and they're not going to scoop you up in a warm embrace and help you feel better. They just can't meet you there. But the take home from this video is just that it is really isolating. This is a terribly lonely experience because most people don't understand it. It's so important to not feel alone in this journey, and certainly I'm here for you. So if there's anything you need help with, shoot me a comment down below, and please subscribe to my channel so you see what I'm up to. Thank you so much for your time. Take good care.